distinguished fellows of the Society for Corporate Governance, ladies and gentlemen, you are all welcome to this august occasion. The theme of the event is ESG and corporate governance, aligning strategy for sustainable success.
As expectations around sustainability rapidly evolve, there's a dire need to understand how leading companies are incorporating ESG into their strategy and overall value creation.
How can Nigerian and African organizations who are just, sort of at the beginning, who are just trying to embark on this journey, how do they assess materiality and develop their ESG strategies?
As change is accelerating in our continent, globally in the world, and we see the interconnectedness.
And we look at human capital development, we look at diversity and inclusion, which is now a huge topic.
Governance is going to play such a massive role in terms of putting ESG front and center of the risks and opportunities that businesses need to manage.
It's general level conversations happening in the company and everything that we do. Across the ecosystem, we've seen adoption from more mature businesses. And now we have the capital market frameworks, both from the stock exchange and from the SEC and across other industries. And I think the Financial Reporting Council is acting as a champion for all of this as a report of financial statements.
If you see the two together, corporate governance and ESG, we actually begin to have a more fuller picture and a fuller understanding of the issues that we need to be managing.
We'll continue to support these initiatives, not just as members of the society, but also the society as an institution will provide the necessary environment and, of course, practices to ensure that we aligned our thoughts with ESG.
The pandemic reminded us of the consequences of environmental degradation. We witnessed how nature reclaimed spaces when human activity came to a halt. It serves as a stark reminder that we are intrinsically linked to the environment. Businesses must now embrace sustainable practices to minimize their ecological footprint, reduce emissions, and conserve resources. The adoption of ISSB standards on sustainability will provide businesses with a common framework to measure, manage, and report on their environmental impacts. Keep up the great work, Mr. President, and may your endeavors to continue to inspire positive change and progress in the corporate governance landscape.
This book comes in 7 chapters and it starts with clarifying the concept of ESG. It goes on to look at the regulatory landscape of ESG in Nigeria and globally. It proceeds from there to talk about the rationale for directors' engagement with ESG, board engagement and sustainability reporting, and finally has a conclusion and recommendation.
On behalf of the association and distinguished members on this side of the room, we are launching these 2 books and we hope and pray to be for the good and sustainability of our corporate governance practice and culture in Nigeria. Thank you and may God bless us.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very thank you for being a part of this 2023 conference. We couldn't have done it without each and every one of you. I wish you all a splendid rest of the day. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Today's session was excellent. The keynote speakers, the panelists hit the nail on the head.
And I had an amazing time today. It was
I believe with this foundation they've laid for this year, we're building upon what we think Nigeria needs to move forward.
Just so we can get a better corporate environment in Nigeria. It was very clear to everyone why we need to now do a lot more work in implementation across every sector, both small and large.